Let's get into the Quavo analysis. Again, Quavo is quality, usability, effectiveness, value, and I'll give you my opinion on them. Quality, I would say that the workmanship on these boots is excellent. To get 5 years of good hard use out of a boot is I think, phenomenal. After a year of use, they're on these particular boots, no cracks, no holes other than one place where I ran a piece of barbed wire through, I believe it was this boot here, right here, and I just patched that up with some shoe goo, and that's as good as new there. The soles haven't experienced any separation in a year of use. Now the boots that I used for 5 years did separate a little. I've had a little bit of separation, actually not here. There's a little bit up around here, but that's really about it. So they've stayed together very well. The camo pattern, I did see a review online somewhere where somebody said that the camo pattern wore off after the first use. Well, guys, that's 5 years of use there, and you know, the camo pattern is a little bit worn, but still I think provides enough contrast there that it's going to give you know, some good visual breakup. I don't know where that came from about the camo pattern wearing off. I haven't seen them, and I've also found them to be pretty true to size. Whatever your normal shoe size is, these seem to follow true to that. Usability, they I guess the primary thing is that they're super comfortable. I've never felt like they're clunky or heavy at all. I've never gotten a blister using them. The neoprene is just stretchy enough. It gives just enough that it gives a good, tight, comfortable fit, and it fits on my foot very securely. You can see that it has a liner, which is some type of a synthetic material that absorbs moisture, makes the boot easy to get on and off, and makes it very comfortable. I found that they have good foot and ankle support. My foot stays in them fairly securely. I don't feel like my foot is sliding around at all like I have in some other rubber boots where I felt like I was, you know, basically walking around with you know, big clodhoppers on my feet, that my feet were sliding around, and my feet stay in these boots very snugly and securely. So even when I'm on steep ground, they don't feel at all loose on my feet. I guess the only gripe I would have about these is they can get a little bit warm in hot weather, and by hot weather I'm talking 80s and 90s. I'm glad I have 2 pair of boots now, so if I'm out on a all-day scouting trip before the season, I'll swap boots out in the middle of the day and let one pair dry out while I'm wearing the other ones. But you're going to get that with any kind of rubber boot. They're going to be warm on your feet just because the moisture from sweating is going to accumulate inside them. I have found that by tucking my pants leg, I always wear them with my pants leg tucked down in the top of them. That makes them much more comfortable. Even though the inside is padded, when it flaps around, and when your bare skin is directly against this, they do, you know, flop around a little bit against your leg, and it's much more comfortable for me with my pants down inside them, and that keeps everything dry and also helps keep ticks out, as I mentioned earlier. Let's talk about effectiveness. Well, I mean, the 2 things that I'm looking for in a boot are, for hunting purposes, are that they're going to allow me to get around like I want to, which, as I've said before, never hesitated to go anywhere in these boots, whether it's steep terrain, mud, water, whatever, rocky terrain. They'll handle it all. My feet have never gotten wet in them, and I just feel very confident. And the other thing is that I can guarantee you that they do help reduce your scent that you leave on the ground. Again, I've had many deer walk right down the same trail that I walked on, and as long as I was careful and I didn't touch any limbs or low-lying vegetation, I've never had one smell where I walked. So I think that is those are the 2 things I look for most in a boot. Let's talk about value. I've bought some lower cost boots for my son because his foot is still growing, and I didn't want to spend the cost of this type of boot. But I did spend $40 or $50, and his boots would wear out in a year. Now these boots, I'll get into what they cost in just a minute. But if you figure the cost of these boots and break it down over the 4 or 5 years of use that I've gotten out of a pair of them, it breaks down to a lot less than $40 or $50 a year. And you know, they're comfortable, they wear well, everything about them is great. I think that you just can't put a price on all that, and certainly for what they cost, it's well worth the price. Okay, what's my opinion on these boots? The hits, comfort, number one. They're comfortable to wear, they fit securely, they give me good traction, they're waterproof, they contain my scent, and here in the Southeast I can wear them year round. Misses, not very many, really. The only misses I have are that they can be warm in the summer and early fall when the temperatures are in the 80s or 90s. They can get kind of smelly after a while, and that was one of the main reasons why I decided to retire my other boots and get a new pair this year, as they were getting a little rank from sweating them over the years. But really very few misses when it comes to these boots. Okay, where can you get them? They're pretty widely available. I've got links on my website to several outfitters, Bargain Outfitters, Cabela's, Gander Mountain, Amazon, all carry them. And I don't find much difference in price on these. They all tend to run about $120 no matter where you get them. So you might be able to find them on sale somewhere. I haven't seen them on sale, but that's not to say that you can't find them. But I've got several sources, and you might want to just check those periodically and see if they do go on sale there. But overall, I highly recommend these boots. As I said at the very beginning, this is one of my favorite pieces of hunting gear here. I depend on them every day I'm out hunting, whether it's deer hunting, turkey hunting. I wear them duck hunting if I'm not going into a place where I need waders. Just general scouting, wearing out and about. Great boots, highly recommended. You can't go wrong with them. So that's another straight shooting gear review, the LaCrosse Alpha Burly Sport boot. Check them out. I think you really like them.